5th grade. Me and a group of friends, we all kind of grew up together in elementary school. We thought it'd be cool to start a band. Once the idea of starting a band came together, we'd all sort of began learning our instruments at the same time just to be able to play together. However, I lost a coin toss, and because of that, I had to play the bass. So I wound up getting a bass, and that was my first instrument. And it wasn't until 6th grade or so when we started trying to write music instead of just learning our favorite songs that I picked up the guitar and started fooling around with it because I just wanted to see the band start doing something. And because of that, I just kind of figured out how to do it without any kind of formal training or lessons or really knowing what the hell I was doing. And that has been the underlying process between everything I've ever played up until this point, now that I'm, you know, almost 30 years old. The song we're gonna play is called Spinning Thread. The process of writing the song came right smack in the middle of writing the new full-length Intersections. And it came probably at the time when Nick and I were feeling the most inspired. We were moving at a really good pace. You know, it was past the early stages of figuring out what we wanted to do and far enough ahead of when it's like getting to the bitter end and you're running out of ideas or motivation. We wrote the song in an afternoon. We got it finished in maybe 4 or 5 hours. It's probably the most straightforward song on the record, but the guitar part is really, really cool. The tuning is open C sharp, which is C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F, G sharp, and then a little trick is where it would normally be C sharp at the top, it's C. So when you strum the guitar, something like that. The verse parts are pretty cut and dry. That was why, where normally we would have tuned to do that, you know, open C with the C sharp as the high string. I wanted it to hit that note. And for me to grab that note with the tuning there would have been that. And you wouldn't have had that really nice ringing out string every section. So that was why we tuned it down. The bridge part is this. But and when I wrote that, initially I wanted it to be like, had that riff for a really, really long time. I wanted it to be just like a heavy rock bridge. You know, I've been sitting on the riff, I couldn't figure out the right place or the right song to put it in, and you know, we got basically through the verse and the chorus sections of writing that song, and I was like, you know, I kind of have this part, you know, and started finger picking it, and it became a way cooler idea, better suited for that song, and it wound up being the perfect fit for the bridge section. That was probably the first part we wrote. Everything else we wrote in the space, and it was just, you know, stream of consciousness, you know, absolutely just came together on the spot, which is my favorite way to write.
Talk about something new, goddamn desperate, fucking begging you. In a test of recorded afternoons, you've changed to an A for effort beside the city train. Just spinning wheels, spinning thread in my spinning head.
I wouldn't call myself a great guitar player, but I think my favorite guitar players are the ones that maybe didn't take lessons. They just approach it with their own feel and their own view of the instrument, which, you know, my peers who do that are some of my favorite guitar players too. So that to me is the excitement of playing guitar. What can I explore and just discover without being told how to do it?
In a monologue congestion, curse it off again. Just spinning wheels, spinning thread in my spinning head. Conversation forcing to becoming such a chore, appearing cold and careless.
A lot of the open tunings that are on the Inspired Over It songs, which, you know, that's like the first sign of being able to find someone who actually doesn't know how to play the guitar. You know, I used to play in this band years and years and years ago, and that band was my first exposure to playing in an open tuning. And the singer, you know, was like, oh no, it's great. If you screw up live, you just strum the whole guitar. No matter what note you hit, you're gonna be right, which is cheating. It's absolutely cheating. And I'm, you know, the first to admit.
We can fail at the hands of us failing. Rarely bite my tongue for too long. You heard it's better left unspoken, and you heard it's better left alone. But What the hell do you know?
There were songs we'd played that had existed for 6 years that I never heard played as a band in a room. It's exciting to hear the songs come to life and see how they sound in a real life application. But it's been really, really fun. I think I enjoy doing the band way more than I enjoy doing the solo sets.
Just spinning wheels, spinning thread in my spinning head. Conversation forcing to becoming such a chore. Appearing cold and careless. Since I've been writing books, you've sewn the binding. Obligation stitched between careers. But you're still seeming like a stranger. You keep on seeming like a stranger. Cool.
Good.